Why, hello, and welcome back to another episode of The Truth Is. Hello, my name is Peyton 3.0, the EDM vocal sorcerer. If you like what you hear today, please hit the like button, share with your friends, comment, subscribe. I love to have you. Now, even though my brand is predominantly about electronic dance music, for those of you who are new, this is a one-off series that I still tie into my brand in some kind of way. As you can see the music in the background, my music called Smile is playing for my EDM people, my Zombitron Nation. Thank you so much. The song in the background is for you. So if you have not got on the email list, well, you will at the end of this video. But anyway, the title of this particular episode is why it's not worth it to be a mainstream artist in the music industry. Now, what do I mean by that? You know, everything they put out there in front of your eyes as far as entertainment and media, when it comes to the music industry alone, a lot of it is smoke and mirrors. You see, most of these artists out here are not doing as well as you think they are. You know, the ones doing really well when it comes to money is the 0.2%. Most artists are struggling. Most artists have signed these 360 kind of contracts or contracts that steal everything from their publishing, their royalties, the voice, their likeness. Makes it hard for them to move, go to another label, because when you sign these contracts, you're trapped in these contracts for a lengthy period of time. Okay? So, unlike independents that manage to put in the hard work and build up a fan base and are free to move how they want because they are the boss, the people who decide to sign those contracts that have no negotiation skills, that have no good lawyer in the back pocket, are usually screwed for most of their lives. That could follow them for years with the kind of financial mistakes they make just by signing these contracts without having any business savvy or financial literacy. Okay? So, most artists are screwed and they're told to put on a show, look like an artist, they tell you. You know, show up. Meanwhile, you're broke whether you're signed or not for most of these artists. Meanwhile, they're broke on the back end, but they gotta look like they got it going on. But most of these artists are filing for bankruptcy, and the other ones don't know how to file for it, so they're asking advice after the damage has been done. Okay? So, another thing that these artists who don't really have the money coming in, because most of the time the money is coming from, at this point, them touring, but they have to pay all these other people out and barely probably have enough from touring. They're not making that much after everybody else has been paid. The artist is the last person on a label to be paid. The artist on a music label, the business of music, they are the jesters. They are the last ones to be paid. Unless they have business savvy, financial literacy, they know how to negotiate and talk and have these meetings. But most artists do not who sign these contracts. And that's the way that the music business wants it. They want you naive. They want you gullible. They want to take you for everything you're worth. See, if they're only worried about feeding your not your family. They're not worried about feeding your family. They're only worried about feeding their mouths and their families. And the hell with you. That's music business. That's the game. Right? And I know you heard many other things. Well, some of you have. Some of you have heard many other YouTubers or whatnot talk about the music industry. I'm talking about it because I am a musician. And I'm putting my own spin on what's already been said, right? So, the reason why it's better to also not be a mainstream music artist is the fact that most of these artists have to be paranoid, and most of them ain't got a penny. And if you see some of these people who have these luxurious houses where it looks like it's smoke and mirrors. And they shouldn't be in the house they're in because they don't know how to manage money. Because they never really had it. Never been taught. So then they end up losing that $1 million mansion. But then they have to be paranoid because when you're that famous, that household name, everybody, you can't walk outside normal anymore. You can't do the things that you used to do before that you used to do. Sorry. Before you became famous. You cannot do those things anymore because everybody is going to turn and say, hey, look at this person. Look who it is, whether they are a hater or not. Right? Because even see, when the haters know who you are as a singer, a performer, it's when you're a household name. Even though they don't like you, you're always flashing their faces somewhere, right? So when it's in your public, they gonna try to get next to you. As well as your lovers, your fans, right? But that's the price you pay for going into the industry and being one of the ones that actually blow up. And here's the funny part: another 0.1% of artists who get signed to labels actually debut and make it. Most of them don't even debut or make it. They get cut and shelved, most of them. But the ones that made it, that little 0.1%, a lot of them ain't making no money. And so it's even a smaller percentage of people who's really doing well and making that money in that industry that are being put out, that have longevity out there. But see, as an independent artist, once you finally get the wheels turning and the juices flowing and the fans are in and you're making money and you're going on your own tours, you're figuring stuff out, and you're actually learning business, I hope you are. You need to be learning business. You need to be learning about financial literacy. Then you got it made because you're the boss. You're the one that gets paid first. And you pay everybody else that you need to pay after that. Instead of it being the other way around. Okay? And also, you don't have to go outside and put on costumes and stuff. You can walk outside regular, and most of the time, you will not be mauled or followed because you have a small niche fan base. And you're the one collecting the money first. Before anybody else you gotta pay out gets the cut. You get to do the negotiations. You get to write the contracts and the agreements. Okay? So it may be a lot more work And the industry will try to come out when they see you got all this clout and stuff, because they will only usually come after you when they see you got the clout. And then they'll try to sponge off of that, contact you, call you up, and try to get you signed to their label. They'll promise you all these things. Gold chains, luxury cars, $1 million mansions. You get all this tour and press, and your social media is going to be popping up. It's going to be rocking, right? And especially the younger you are, the tastier you are, because you're gullible and you're not fully developed, and you're getting excited that they want to sign you, and they think, no, do not sign. Do not sign unless you can go into those meeting rooms and negotiate like a pro. And if the terms that they put in that contract, get somebody else, like you can pay like $400 or so, maybe $500 to read, because it's going to be your career in the long run. It's going to be worth way more than those little $500 you're paying for that one meeting, because the right person will read that contract, outline things, explain it to you. Never use the labels lawyer ever. That's stupid. Get your own, okay? Because they have your best interest at heart, not the labels lawyer, okay? Okay? So, if you're going to try to sign to a label, you want to have your negotiation. You want to have your negotiations, your lawyer, all of that, okay? All of that in-house, so that if the terms of the contract, they're explaining it to you in a way where you know that it's basically ass. Now you could decide, no, I don't want to do this. Here's what I want. And if they don't take it, walk away. These labels are flop, fumbling. They're not the powerhouses that they put on. They put on the smoke and mirrors. They're shaky in those labels over there. I don't care if it's independent. Check them. Check them. Because it's your future, your career. If you're already rolling and it came to you, guess what, baby? Keep rolling. It may be hard to be independent to keep doing it by yourself, but you get your little team flowing. You know, you get people that you can trust. You got to trace people out because they ain't so trustworthy. You know, you got to go through the rigmarole in the game, but that's what it is. You know? It's sharky out here in these waters. So you got to do this stuff yourself as independent. You got to learn all the things that's not so sexy. One step at a time. Don't rush it. And then be able to delegate in the future when the money starts rolling in to other people. And keep an eye on them. Check in. Never micromanage, okay? Like that 9-to-5 job you working at is micromanaging you. Okay, don't do that. Anyway, this has been Peyton 3.0, the EDM vocal sorcerer. Hope you got your life today with this truth hits. Okay? The truth is, did I roll the tape? Did I roll the tape? Okay. Anyway, for those of you who are not electronic dance music fans, thank you so much. Before you go, hit the like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends. And thank you so much for coming in and staying this long. You're a real one. Have a great rest of your day. Check out more Truth Is videos on the other screen at the end, or I should say at the end of this screen. Now, as for the rest of you who are electronic dance music fans, stay right here. Don't you go nowhere. Okay? I wanted that to come in. Follow all these social medias here, but honestly, social media is dead. What I really want you to focus on, to support creators, artists, to support me. Because social media is not in our hands, is dead, it's not what it was, and it's not really coming back. So to really support me, get on the email list for the ones that are into electronic dance music. You like the dubstep, the house, all of that. You like the drum and bass. Get on the email list and get 3 free unreleased songs from me, exclusive, just for getting on the email list and supporting. Well, thank you so much for being here. My name is Peyton 3.0, the EDM vocal sorcerer, and I'll see you on another episode. Bye-bye.